Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome to a new Total War Warhammer playthrough, which is modded to the hilt. Link down below if you want to just skip to the actual campaign start. If I get the time on it wrong, just shout at me, and I'll try and remember to link all the mods, but I've got quite a few running here. Key ones, obviously, we are playing with the Roar of the Sea Dragon Submod and the main mod, so we can play as the Jade Pirates. The Jade Sea Pirates, who are the bad guys at the start of the Yin-Yin mod. So this is a sub-mod which makes them very playable. As you can probably see as well, we are playing with Chaos Robbie's fantastic expanded Immortal Empires map, which adds Nippon, Ind, Kuresh, and the Lost Isles of Tor LFS, however I say it, which is going to be our main focus for the campaign, unsurprisingly. Obviously a bit of cafe as well, but we're mostly going to be pushing down and raiding and taking over all of these shiny new areas as the Jade Pirates. And we also have Siege rework mod on, a speedy camera mod, and a few other bits and pieces. So, we'll see how stable it is. It's always a danger when you're running a lot of mods. And some of these mods are still very much beta as well. So, possibility for things to just explode. Without further ado, let's go. Wish me luck. Ha. For anybody new to the channel who may not be aware, I've not been particularly well. So if you do hear me coughing or spluttering, I do apologise. I'm trying to mute when I do. Episodes are usually about 30 minutes long. We'll see if I make that. I'm better, but I still get tired quickly. Been really quite grossly ill, so apologies for that. But yeah, and hopefully we have a huge battle at the start of this, which will actually work. We shall see. What we shall see. Okay, so, it starts slightly differently then. Okay, so usually if you were playing as Yin-Yin, you'd have a massive battle starting here, which obviously they've tweaked slightly, which is quite cool. Let's have a look at the faction to start with. So we've got the Jade Sea Ronin, which look nice. Their melee defense is a bit meh. They're quite obviously a very aggressive unit. Unbreakable while charging. That's a weird one. Dual swords, guys. Bog standard spears. Jade Sea Pirates, which I believe are a unit I've already seen, so they're quite nice all round. Tepogun, however I say that. And a looted cannon. And of course, the boss lady herself, who yeah, looks to have a Cathayan setup. Do they have... No, they are not yin and yang. Obviously, we have a bit of territory up here to start with. Work out what to do with the orcs there, but I don't really want to annoy them. I mean, to start with, we're probably going to have to deal with this tentacly boy, and maybe set ourselves up in the Korean areas as well. But to start with, we need to show Yin-Yin what happens when you annoy pirates. Oh, and we've got the ship mechanic. Let's have a look through our units. Ooh. Rogue warrior monks. A lot of the Cathayan units. So it's a lot of just Cathayan units in there with a few other things in. In fact, is this even the main? And that's the expanded roster there. Oh, I still get access to the Golden Heron. Do I?
Let us raid.
I don't think I actually do. Alright, let's do this. And first battle has to be fought. I was hoping for a huge battle, but you know. We will take what we will take. I love the fact that this mod... I should have done this mod earlier, to be fair. The fact that this mod came out at the same time as the main mod. I mean, obviously working hand in hand when they were making them, which is just so cool.
Fleet Admiral! Order and balance!
They've got a lot of people.
Iron Hail Gunners! Raise the dragons! Raise the dragons!
Yeah, to be fair, this looks like a nice setup.
Get going! Stone and steel! Iron Hail Gunners! Sent by dragons! Bring in harmony! Defenders of Cathay!
So plan is to try and maneuver our ranged out onto the flanks once they engage themselves.
Seeking Cathay's foes!
Potentially even surge forwards a little bit to do that.
Fleet Admiral! Save my sword!
There we go. Just charge. No need for subtle. Oh. Okay, she's quite a bit taller than everybody else. I mean, I guess you want that in your pirate leaders. So, we're being a little cheesy here. Now that we're engaged, we're actually falling back. Because we're trying to shape the line here so that my range can really get at it much easier. Not that they're going to last long enough for that to really be an issue.
March in ordered ranks. The war is here.
There we go. I mean, I didn't need to do that, really, but it's always fun. How can I phrase it? I may not have needed to do it, but it's always fun to try and do tactics. It's good to practice a tactic like that in a battle where I don't need to do it, as opposed to one where I need to do it and I need to make sure it works right. Obviously, in a larger battle as well, I'd potentially have tried to have a few extra troops to defend the gunners, but being able to open my lines like that so my gunners can shoot is very, very key. Again, I'm always a bit 50-50 with powder units in Total War games. Obviously, Empire, you have to use them, but oh, I have the infamy mechanic. Cool.
Our spirits still belong to the Emperor.
A pirate indeed, Admiral. For your actions speak ever louder as your infamy grows.
So, I've got pirate lords and pirate captains. Interesting.
Admiral of the fleet.
Nice. Oh, I can get Man-Eater's Ogre Pistols that early, though they're not considered tier 3. That's interesting. Bit surprised these guys are so high level with their really low melee defense. Considering they are technically a better, I would argue they are probably a better unit.
Undead Raiders.
Nippon Giant. Okay, we get interesting. We get a really eclectic roster. I like it. Yeah, let's get myself some more range to start with, because we are lacking. I say that, we're not lacking range that much. Okay, where is the growth one? There we go. That's the one I want first. Raise the masses. Because early growth is always good. You're going to check if... Very eclectic tech tree. I like it. And let's start getting the defenses going up in Big Chai. This gives us just so much more flexibility with where we're going. So many more options to play with. Once we're secure, we'll look towards Nippon as well. Because it's a set of islands off the coast. It sounds perfect. I'm also going to start raiding, and we will try and get pirate coves. I don't necessarily want to go inland. In fact, I'm going to try and play. I'm going to try and be coastal. In here, we'll probably raid and get lots of pirate coasts going.
The crew are restless.
I'll probably try and get myself a captain relatively early, though we still need a fair bit of infamy before we can even consider doing that. So I will take Lee Temple because it's part of the region, but I'm not hugely fussed by it, if you see what I mean. I know I might not need all of these, but I prefer to have some extra troops. While I can afford it, recruit some troops I can afford to throw away, if you see what I mean. I could build up money, but, you know, I will probably replace a lot of these guys as time goes on. Obviously, clearing out Yin-Yin's territory as quickly as possible before she manages to pop up here again after getting her butt kicked. Because she may well get absolutely shredded by some lizards over in Cafe, if that's where she is. No, not pirate crew capacity. Pirate crew growth. That's the first one we want.
Landfolk are weak.
Okay, that's quite nice. Held together by screws. There we go. Ooh. Kamikaze mace. Okay. So obviously want to get some agents out to start getting pirate coves early as well.
The world.
Is this what you truly want, mortal? My gift?
No rush. Pirate coves are always an odd one because while they're really cool, at the same time, I'm never truly convinced you're not just better off destroying them.
Dropping.
March. So a lot of these factions, I think you're actually better off just taking settlements. They're cool mechanics and all, but it's whether it's actually useful to you long run. It's like the Skaven in Undercities. They're good, don't get me wrong, I love them. But am I better just taking settlements? I mean, no, Skaven with the food thing, you're definitely not all the time, but... and I would love to do a Skaven playthrough where I just take the settlements, but we'll see. Ooh, the horrors of a deep are still here then. They are not fun.
The crew are restless. Overland.
The crew can be as restless as they want. Is that the campaign movement range, Captain? I'm not quite sure what accent this is. Arr. Arr. No, I'm gonna not try and do pirate with a bad throat. That was a really bad idea. When you've got a sore throat, make silly voices with gravelly voices. Is not a good idea.
Landfolk are weak. We should act now. Drop anchor. We fight. Vampire of the way.
A new map, Admiral. Can its riddle be solved?
Ooh. My god, it's miles away. I don't care.
Be done.
I'm gonna save up to actually grow us next.
Admiral of the fleet.
They are nice. Just comparing. Their range adds a nice little thing to them.
I have sailed the world. The crew are restless.
Sorry, trying to work out if I could get a hero. It's a vampire. Our lords I need. Captured mortars. That's something I definitely want. Oh, we get access to the whalers as well, which are really quite nice.
Vampire
Yeah.
of the waves.
Oh, I'm happy. We'll take the growth.
Yes?
Don't seem to get a buff for the pirate ones. That's gonna be nice. Really, really eclectic mix. Which is going to make for interesting. I mean, I say an eclectic mix. It's why I've probably not got the highest melee defense attackers, because I'm going to have a lot of range stuff in long run, and I'm going to have a lot of access to a lot of the undead units, but we'll see. I mean, this could always end up being a very monstrous Doomstacky type faction, so I'm going to have to deal with that thing, aren't I? Ooh. Moonghoul.
Disloyalty is a
are
dangerous
lovely.
trait. You never know when a mutiny might occur.
All overboard. Make them dead.
Let's deal with that thing. I guess it's the first time we're fighting it, so I have to show you. They're good because they're a pest, but they're not devastating. So I think they've been balanced about right, if you see what I mean. Because if they were truly devastating, they'd just be an absolute nightmare to deal with. Whereas the Horrors of the Deep are just a bit of a pain. So obviously I want to shoot it to death.
Fleet
This
Admiral.
horrific, monstrous, giant thing.
Western fire. Thoughts in harmony. All to command. Order and balance. This is settled. Repositioning. They will perish.
All butcher. Moving fast.
Wind and fire.
Face me.
No, you can fall back. It's heading back this way. You guys can move forwards a bit. Basically, I want to engage it in as big a kill zone as possible. Kill the kaiju! You see, guys, we are saving Grand Cafe from the kaiju. It's thinking. Start falling back. I'm gonna have to abandon these guns in a minute because there's no way they can stay out of range for too long. Whoop! Fall back! Fall back! Fall back! Move! 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 Move!
By celestial decree.
Ping it! Do not let it get to anybody!
Sent by dragon.
These guys are just turning into a bit of a... Yeah, we just need some Benny Hill music here, guys.
Repositioning. It pleases the dragon.
Ah, we got caught. Just gonna charge some peasants into it just to keep it still. Issue being, massed like this, we don't get as many shots off either. So you know what, I'm going to send a few units of peasants. This is probably a really bad idea, but you know. Basically, I'm going to use these guys just to try and hold it in place so we can get some more shots in. Send them in one at a time to die like the glorious peasantry they are. That's it. Charge! Charge its foot. I'm sure you'll survive. Right, next unit in.
Order and balance. Marching as one.
Should have autoed this, guys. Next unit in. Oh, this is quite painful, actually. You can go in. You can set yourself off. Ah, it's running away. Right, everything go for it. Don't let it escape. Don't let it escape. Oh, it actually died. Oh god, please tell me I didn't just fight that entire battle with my mic muted. Oh, that would be painful. Which unit got the kill? This unit! This unit got the kill! Wow, yeah.
Our spirits remain free. Admiral of the Fleet.
That was good fun though.
Vampire of the waves. I have sailed the world.
It's funny because they actually have better melee defense, but oh no, they are still Jade Sea pirates. That kind of makes sense. I thought they're not peasants. They are bog standard units, so they're not terrible. They're not great, but
Admiral of the Fleet.
ah, there. I was wondering where he was.
It shall be done.
There we go. That'll do. So obviously Yin-Yin is not dead. Not surprised, but because Yin-Yin will be over in Lustria as well. But well, we'll see how long she actually lasts. So it's AI over there, and it's a different SAS setup, so she could be in a completely different position.
Blood and plunder.
Yes, please. Don't actually unlock anything. So the Jade Sea Ronin of a higher level version of these, and I do have some of them, don't I?
Where to?
Their melee defense worries me, I'm gonna be honest.
Landfolk are weak.
You are now Admiral of the Fleet. Position others in seats of influence to improve
Who is
your
this
naval
person?
power.
Where are they?
Yes?
And obviously they are, however, really good. And their melee defense isn't great as well, but they have physical resistance, which does help. To start with, growth. Ishida can head down to the main army. Crawl across the land. I love Mongol Haunters are just fun. They're not necessarily the toughest units, though they're not weak.
My lord, a rival power desires a change in your mutual relations.
Yeah. I probably should actually, because they are actually positioned quite nastily compared to me. But I'll have a think of that.
The crew are restless.
I mean, that's what I really want, but yeah, let's get the casualty replenishment rate up as well. That is actually a very useful thing. And I tell you what, yes, let's talk to the Skaven.
Death, Master. You come, we snitch with. Snitch.
celestial, and
You risk your very life by demanding my time.
Yeah, I will
Agreed.
take your money for a peace treaty because you're
Pretty
miles
job
away,
well
so it
done.
doesn't really matter. Keep the growth going, and soon we will start. Well, we'll work out where we're expanding. I think Nippon is my next target, though I don't necessarily trust Tentacle Face to the north, Loki of Felheart. I do not trust him in the slightest, but I don't want to go to war with him unless I have to. That said, Nippon would make a brilliant base of operations for us to raid the world, especially as from here we can raid over to the other sides of the world really easily. So, yeah. Definitely high on our plans. Anyway, guys, that is where we are going to leave it for today. So, please let me know what you think I should be doing next. I may or may not have recorded a few episodes. We'll see how things go. But, yeah, let me know what you think. Name requests, all that jazz, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. And, as always, an extra special thank you to our channel members and patrons. That's Monster Bound, Philip F, Nose, Andrew T, Prataru, Brandon, Space Ace 475, Coding Monster, Jay Snare, Egg, and Jared Horn. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Cheers all.